Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D. Better Off Reading Every Day. Today's book is Sonnets from the Portuguese and Other Love Poems, illustrated in color by Adolf Haltman, written by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Sonnets of Portuguese by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. A mini book and a regular size book. And of course, we're doing poetry today because it is Poetry Friday. Yes, it is. I'll start with the big one first, and then maybe we'll get to the little one. Sonnets from Portuguese and Other Love Poems. These love poems have long been considered the finest ever written by a woman in the English language, and their literary excellence is surpassed only by the sonnets of Shakespeare, first published in 1850. Sonnets from the Portuguese is composed of 44 interlocking poems, which Elizabeth had secretly written for her husband, Robert Browning. The strange title of the sonnets originated, as did the poems themselves, as homage to Browning, and it was selected in loving acknowledgement of her husband's playful way of calling her his own little Portuguese, because of her olive complexion. In addition to the 44 sonnets, there are 22 of Elizabeth Barrett Browning's other poems including in this illustrated volume. Among these are the famous Catarina to Commence, as well as Once Loved, Live and Love, and A Denial. This new edition of sonnets contains 8 beautiful, fully illustrated by Adolf Haltman, internationally known artist, and is a book of treasure. Now, boys and girls, I got this book back on January 1st in 1990. And I've had it all this time. This is how much I love poetry. Unlike are we, unlike, oh, princely heart, unlike our uses and our destinies, are ministering two angels to look surprise on one another as they strike athwart. Their wings in passing, though bethink thee, art a quest for queens to social pageantries, with gauges from 100 brighter eyes than tears ever can make mine, to play the part of chief musician. What hast thou to do with loving from lattice lights at me, a poor, tired, wandering singer, singing though the dark and leaning upon cypress tree? The crimson is on on thine head, on mine the dew, and death must dig the level where thee agree. If thou must love me, let it be for naught, except for lovers' sake only. Do not say I love her, for her smile, her look, her way of speaking gently, for a trick of thought that falls in well with mine, and certes brought a sense of pleasant ease on such a day. For these things in themselves, beloved, may be changed or changed for thee, and love so wroth may be unwroth so. Neither love me for thine own dear pity, wiping my cheeks dry. A creature might forget to weep, who bore thy comfort long, and lose thy love thereby. But love me for love's sake, that evermore thou mayest love on through love's eternity. Insufficiency. There is no one beside thee, and no one above thee. Thou standest alone, as the nightingale sings, yet my words that would praise thee are impotent things, for none can express thee though all should approve thee. I love thee so, dear, that only can love thee. Say, what can I do for thee? Weary thee, grieve thee, lean on my shoulder, new burdens to add, weep my tears over thee, making thee sad. Oh, hold me not, love me not, let me retrieve thee. I love thee so, dear, that I only can leave thee. And that's what we will read from this one. Let's see if there's anything different in the other one. The face of all the world is changed, I think, since first I heard the footsteps of thy soul move still, oh, still beside me, as they stole, oh, of obvious death, where I, who thought to sink, was caught up onto love and taught the whole of life is a new rhythm, the cup of dole God gave for baptism. I am fain not to drink, and praise its sweetness, sweet with thee anear. The names of country, heaven are changed away, for where thou art shall be, there or here. And this lute and song loved yesterday, the singing angels know, and only there, because name moves right in what they say. Accuse me not, beseech thee, that I wear to calm and sad face in front of thee, of thine. For we too look two ways, and cannot shine with the same sunlight on our brow and hair. On me thou lookest with no doubting care, as on be shut in crystalline, since sorrow hath shut me safe, lovers divine, and to spread wing and fly in the utter air were most impossible failure, if I strove to fall so. But I look on thee beholding besides love to the end of love, hearing oblivion beyond memory, as one who sits and gazes from above over the rivers to the bitter sea. Because thou hast the power and owns the grace to look through and behind this mask of me, against which years have best thus blanchedly with their reins, and behold my soul's true face, the dim and weary witness of life's race, because thou hast the faith and love to see throughout the same soul's distancing, the patient angel waiting for a place in the new heavens, because nor sin nor woe, nor God's infliction, nor death's neighborhood, not all which others viewing, turn to go, not all which makes me tired of all self-views. Nothing revels thee. Dearest, teach me so to pour out gratitude as though thus good. And this is the most famous one, I do believe. This is the one I fell in love with. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and the breadth and the height, to my soul can reach, when feeling out of sight, for the ends of being an ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need. By sun and candlelight, I love thee freely, as men strive for right. I love thee purely, as they turn from praise. I love thee with the passion put to use in my own griefs, and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seem to lose. With my lost saints, I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life. And if God chose, I shall be love thee better after death. One more, boys and girls, and then we will wrap it up. This is the last one in this tiny book. Beloved, though haste brought me many flowers, plucked in the garden all the summer though, and winters, and it seems as if they grew in the close room, nor missed the sun and showers. So in the like name of that love of ours, take back these thoughts, which here unfolded too, and which on warm and cold days I withdrew. From my heart's ground in thee those bed and burrows be overgrown with bitter weeds and rue, and wait thy weeding. Yet here's elegantine, here's ivy, take them as I used to do, thy flowers, and keep them where they shall not pine. Instruct thine eyes to keep these colors true, and tell thine soul their roots are left in mine. The end, boys and girls. So, boys and girls, these two books are both sonnets of Portuguese. One has extra poems in it and one does not. One regular book, one mini book. Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Today's Poetry Friday. Boys and girls, I do not own the rights to these books of poetry or any of the books that I read, but I do love storytelling magic and sharing the magic of storytelling with you, and coming to you every day and saying, it is Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, better off reading every day. And it has been my pleasure to bring these books to you, as it is to bring all the books to you that I read, and to say to you, it's Poetry Friday. For us, it's raining out here, and there are people all over the world who watch me, and I just want to say, I hope you're having a fabulous day. Whatever day it is for you, I hope it is one of the best days of your life, because I know that every time I take a seat in this chair, and I read to you guys and share with you what is going on in the world of reading and loving and liking, I always say to you, I want to put a little bit up here, teach you a little bit. I want to put a lot in here, a lot of love in here, in your heart. And I want to make you laugh a little bit. We don't always laugh a little bit on on Poetry Fridays, but we definitely laugh, I think, on My Girl Thursdays, and we'll probably be laughing for Red Red Wine Ask Me Anything, which is later tonight when I send a shout out. And I say to you guys, all of the people that follow me and watch me, I say to you guys, ask me whatever you want to ask me on Red Red Wine Ask Me Anything. Boys and girls, it is always my pleasure to see you and always my pleasure to read to you. You can always follow me on my Instagram, Bored with Miss Reynolds, to see what I'm up to and to see some behind the scenes of what goes on. Because as much as I read to you, you can only see me here reading. But on there are different pictures and things that make this come together. The inner workings of Bored with Miss Reynolds, better off reading every day. So I will see you soon, and all my love goes out to you today, no matter what day of the week it is for you. Bye. Love you. Poetry in motion. Poetry in motion. How much do I love you? Let me count the ways.